Okay, guys, let's see if we can get back to reality now. Last week, a little rough in the boat, but you know, when you're traveling on the road like that, it's uh, it's just a little different. Uh, got a few people on here. Give me a thumbs up if everything sounds all right and everything goes. I haven't used this for 2 weeks, so I think I'm good. But give me a thumbs up. Okay, there's thumbs up. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hold on 1 second here. I didn't turn the light on. Get a little light on the situation here. Get my desk chair. Broke out a TBF shirt. This is one of my TBF shirts from 2010 state team. We fished Patuca Lake in Jasper, Indiana. I actually was an alternate at that tournament, uh, but it was still a good time. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to do the rod real quick. Tonight I brought out the uh, CMB 873. It's a 7.2. It's a medium heavy fast. Uh, it's the new blank uh, with the American flag on it. American made blank. Oops, hit the mic. Wicked stick. Guys, I'm telling you, I had one of my club members reach out to me today. He's getting ready to order one. And just talked to Dale on the phone a little bit ago before I got on here. And I guess one of the high school teams around here, Jackson County team bought 12 rods from him. So, or 10 rods, 10 rods. So that made a good little gig going on. So Dale said they're spending all their time in the shop working. I will have a trivia question at the end of the night again. Tonight it's going to be the hook and donkeys, and it's the candy shad 4.5 bug. I'll show you the paper here. And guys, like I said, I want to thank you guys. It's just amazing on how many views that I'm getting uh each week with this show. So keep doing it, and yeah, it makes it really nice. So um, somebody on here too throw me a comment, and we'll make sure my comments is up because I got something else I'm going to be doing. But while we're doing that, let's uh let's go ahead and get some uh, sponsorship out of the way. First off, like I showed you there, Fish Sticks Rods. They do amazing stuff for me. I can't think. They're like family. Uh, Hook and Donkeys. You guys, there ain't no plastic out there that can't be made from Hook and Donkeys. Mike does an amazing job with making the plastic. Sanborn Builders. If you want something built, painted, uh, just get a hold of Sanborn Builders. They'll take care of it. There's Travis Six. Uh, yeah, I got a little bit of sun, Travis. A little sun down south. Uh, Hobbs Roofing. Uh, if you need a roof done, but he's a little far away for him to do anything for the roofs. Ace Hardware, plumbing, electrical, guns, fish, blue rock bait and tackles in there, uh, grills, you name it. Like I always say, you can get everything you want from one stop at Ace Hardware on Richland Avenue. Uh, Pizza Stop in Albany. You'll get your chef salads. Man, they are good, big chef salads. It takes two. I can usually eat 2 nights on one chef salad. Uh, it's a really good salad. and Southern Ohio Sanitation. You need your septic pumped or porta johns for a party or whatever, get a hold of Southern Ohio Sanitation. I'm going to say this a couple times tonight, but here's the crankbait I was talking about before. It's the Crush City X100. It is the Crimson Crawl. If somebody can post on my comments a picture of a receipt from Lucky's or Pizza Stop in Albany, you win this crankbait. Tonight's the night. If you can post a picture of a Pizza Stop receipt on my comments, you win this crankbait. So the first person that posts a receipt from the Pizza Stop, it doesn't have to be tonight's receipt, just any receipt from Pizza Stop. Post it on my comment here. I think it'll work, and you win. You win the crankbait. This is going to be a little test too to see how it works. Okay, let's get into let's get the tournaments over, and then we'll get to chatting with some other stuff. Last Monday night, last call, Bassmasters fished Fox Lake. It was cold, miserable, rainy, and Sam and Andrew won it with 2 fish with 0.51. So it was a small weigh-in, but the weather was bad. Yeah, Dan, I'm glad I'm home too. I usually ain't glad to make it home, but this trip here, I was glad to make it home. I'll get in a little bit of that later. Tuesday night, Burr Oak last week was they didn't have last names. Mike won it with 1 fish and big bass for a 7.53. That was a good fish. Ryan had 2 fish for 5.52, and that's all they paid out was 2 places. Last Wednesday night we played 1 place. I wasn't here, but I got pictures sent to me. Sean Hammond had 6. Well, he had a little over 7 pounds, but his big bass was 6.45, and that came out of Lake Snowden last Wednesday night. Got a little tip that they're having the last call out there tonight, and little birdie told me that there was one boat that already had 4 fish in their boat, and that was about an hour ago. They're probably getting ready to weigh in any time. Saturday, last call was at Lake Rupert. First place and big bass was Wes Shellman and Ryan 6. Ray 6. Can't read my own writing. Wes Shellman and Ray 6, and they had 4.87, 1 fish. And that was big bass of the tournament. Second place went to Joe Hanning and Ron Williams with 3.70. And third place went to John Welch and Matt Fisher for 1.99. And actually, that was not Saturday. That was Sunday. They was at Rupert Sunday. Athens County Bassmasters had their second club tournament at Lake Logan. And first place went to Jake Gunsinger. He was the only one with the limit. He had 6.60. Second place went to Mike Settle with 6.40. Third place went to John Campbell with 5.93. And fourth place and big bass was Derek Downs. He had 3.92, and his big bass was 3.02. So we had 20 members show up at that tournament. It was a real good turnout. It was cold in the morning, but it got warm. Turned out to be a really nice day. So they're biting up there. So that was pretty good. I think that's all the tournament reports that I'd got given to me this last week. Wanted to show you something I got in the mail. I've been talking about it, and I got to break it in this last weekend. This is a Fish Her weigh bag. You can order them online from Fish Her. What I really like about it, it's got this strap. You can put it right over your shoulder and you can walk up to the weigh-in with your fish in the bag. They're really heavy duty. It's got a zipper on it to keep the water from coming out and splashing on you while you're carrying it. It's a heavy duty made bag. It'll last. I'm really excited with it, and can't wait to break it in some more. So go to fisher.com and you can order you one, and you'll be happy with it. Get you a shirt that matches it. I got a picture on Facebook of me holding up my fish with the weigh bag and my fish her shirt on. They all match. So I didn't do that intentionally, but it turned out pretty good. Also, too, guys, I got a friend. Let me go here to my pictures. I got a friend that got a hold of me today, and he's looking for a couple boat captains for Burr Oak on 4/13/24. It's a high school tournament. And next week on 4/20 on Lake Rupert. Get a hold of me, and I'm going to weed through. If I get a bunch of people, I'll weed through to the two that I think that will work out best for him. Uh, it's a good organization, and he just needs a couple boat captains. He's short a couple boats to get these kids on the water. So, also too, with that being said, there's another. If you guys are sitting around and want to check something out, it's pretty neat. A guy called me today. Main Street TV JHS Bass. If you put that in YouTube, it's the Jackson high school fishing team, and they're having Main Street TV come and video their weigh-ins and stuff. So and post it on Facebook and YouTube. So that's pretty neat that they're putting that out there and got somebody that's posting it on YouTube. So nobody can you not post the picture of the or nobody has a picture of Lucky's, or I'll get this right at some point. Pizza stop receipt. Has anybody tried to post one, or I haven't seen nothing pop up. I sent a text. You sent a text to me, Travis? I didn't get it yet. What's my server? Yep, there I got it. Okay, Travis 6 sent a text. You tried to post and it didn't work, so I have to do that from now on. Whoever texts me first, and I'll have to put my phone number up or something. But Travis 6 ended up sending me a text, and I got the receipt here. So he wins the Crush 100 crankbait. I'm going to do something periodically with that, with the pizza stop. Josh and Leah's really good to me, so I'm going to do stuff like that to give it away, and I may even talk to Greg down at Ace Hardware and see about maybe doing something a little special with them too. So Travis won that. Tell you a little bit about my Toyota series. It was a struggle, guys. I drawed two great guys. I can tell you who I drawed. They was really good boaters. First guy on day one, he had it down pat. He knew what he was doing. He put a limit in the boat pretty quick. Done a little swim bait. Jade Keaton was the first day's draw I had, and he like I said, he knew what he was doing. Knew where the fish was at. It really surprised me because when we was down there practicing, we found a lot of fish shallow and bedding, and the cold front on the day before the tournament, we went out to check them, and they left. And I thought, well, the shallow bite's over. We run in the first thing in the morning and run up in pockets and started fishing, and he started catching them. I mean, he didn't even have to tell me to get the net. I'd hear the fish roll on the swim bait and run and grab the net. So, uh, but I couldn't. I actually, I'll tell him myself. I was talking to Dale earlier from Fish Sticks. I was like, well, he's throwing a swim bait. I don't have that kind of swim bait or that collar swim bait in my box. That's the thing of the downfall of being a co-angler is you can't carry everything that you want to carry. But I got down in the bag and I found some flukes. I thought, well, I can twitch a fluke, maybe get a bite. And I tied it on my, and why I did that, I have no clue. Well, I think it was the whole ordeal I had dealt with before I even got down there. I tied it on my Ned rig rod, and a nice fish come out and rolled on the fluke, and I went to set the hook, and the hook didn't come through the fluke because the rod is set up for a fast tip, and you don't have to set the hook on a Ned rig. You just raise up on the rod like drop shotting. And after it happened, I was like, I had two medium heavy rods down in the bottom of the boat sitting there with me, and why I didn't tie it on. Well, I know why I didn't tie it on. I wanted to leave my wacky worm on because I'd caught fish on the wacky worm, and okay, Travis says you can't post a picture on YouTube either, so we'll have to do the text message like that. First one sends me a text from now on, so that's good on the when I give stuff away for like showing receipts or pictures. But it was a bad sorry. It was a bad decision on me, but you have that, and I'm not making excuses or nothing, but most of you know, on my trip down there, I'd fished a tournament here on Saturday, come home, threw everything out of my boat in my truck, jumped in the truck. Hey, Bobby, uh, started down the highway, making great time. Got tired about, I think it was about their central time. It was about 2:30 in the morning. I was like, well, it's saying I'm going to get to the house at like 4:30. And I'm like, they ain't going to be up, and I don't want to wake them up. So I pulled into a truck stop and took a nap. And I slept an hour and a half, got up, filled the truck up, started down the highway, and I got to Brentwood, Tennessee, and the truck started making a noise. And I was like, uh-oh. So I started looking for an exit, and I pulled off to the exit. She just died. Sounded like the valves was coming through the top of the motor. Probably was. So luckily, I was able to call Jeff and get him up. Jeff Dyer, he was at the house. That's who I was staying with, and he drove up and picked me and my stuff up. A rollback. I called a rollback. My brother helped me out to figure out to do all this stuff because I was in a complete panic, didn't know what to do. I called and got him out of bed, and so the rollback took me to a Toyota dealership down in Cool Springs in Franklin, Tennessee. Cool Springs Toyota. And left my truck there, and Jeff picked me up, and I went on into the house, and we fished Sunday, and I called the Toyota dealer Monday and told them or they called me because I left my key in the drop box, and they called me and they said, well, we'll get back with you. And when they called me a little later, and they said, well, it looks like it's going to be a radiator busting and got a hole in it. He said, but we want to do a compression check on the motor too. And I'm like, well, do the compression check before you put a $1,600 radiator in it. So, well, long story short, they called me the next day and they said, well, you've lost 3 cylinders in your motor. It's blowed up. So that threw me completely in a whirlwind because that old truck's been good to me. I've had her for years. Actually, mom and dad helped me get it back in, probably 8 years ago. So, but, And I have to thank my brother and James Trout. They stepped up and done a lot of taking care of. They've got it on a rollback coming back here, being hauled back now. Uh, don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. I don't think I'm going to put a lot of money in it. Probably end up going to McKee's. Uh, but yeah, but then my brother and Trout really stepped up and done a lot of footwork and stuff while I was down there trying to fish and relax. But still in the back of my mind, it was there. And then top it all off, we got a saying: "It's odd if it's God." Uh, we was coming back with Jeff Dyer and traveling back home Friday and no Friday evening, traveling back and got to the exact same exit that my truck blowed up on, and his wheel bearing on his boat trailer went out. Now, what kind of odds is that? I mean, the exact exit 71 in Brentwood. When we turned around to go to the hotel to stay the night to go get parts for his trailer, the next morning there was a sweeper truck over on the street by the gas station. I said, "Look, Jeff, they're cleaning up my oil spill off my truck." And but yeah, that was my week in a nutshell. I did get to catch some good fish, while I was down there. But with all that in the back of my mind, it was just a little tough fishing and stuff. But good fishermen can figure that out and go through it and make it better. So I just got to learn how to do that. Uh, this weekend I'm going to be traveling to Kerr Lake and fishing a BFL as a co-angler. I've got a tournament this fall at Kerr Lake, and I want to learn it. So I signed up as a co-angler, and the BFL is at Kerr Lake this weekend. So uh, we are going to head down there and try it out and fish for some more spots. I love catching spots. Yeah, Jeff Dyer, he's on here now. He said it'll be smoother at Chick. Yes, it will, Jeff, for sure. Uh, I am going to Chick in May. It'll be the last Toyota Series. Me and Andy Jeffers is linked up, and we're going to travel together and go down. And me and Jeff and Andy and Chris and maybe Tim all hang out and have a good time. And but guys, I want to. All of us hung out at the house down there. We had a house right on the lake. Uh, Gary Malkin from Fish Sticks, he come down and stayed with us, and he done amazing cooking. He done wonderful cooking our food. It was a fun week. Besides just dealing with worrying about everything going on with the truck and all that, but it's them things that happen. Uh, but we're at 23 minutes, so we better go ahead and start getting ready for the trivia question. Once again, it's the 4.5 bug candy shad. Travis, if you get this question right, then I can make one trip to the house and drop off baits. Okay, the question is, okay, it's going to be a two-part answer. Okay, what was BASS first catch and release tournament? Where was it and who won it? The first BASS first catch and release tournament. Where was it at and who won it? First one that posts on the comments wins the baits. And guys, while we're waiting here, while you guys are Google searching, uh, the weather's getting right here in Ohio. Fish are moving up, as you see. And when I was telling there a little bit ago about the fish being caught, uh, you can tell the weather's right. I had 50. No, Jeff, not Mead or Dan, not Mead. Dean Barnhart. No, nope. Uh, nope. John Rose, not Florida in 72. It's the first BASS catch and release. Who won it and what lake was it on? You guys' dates and stuff is close, but uh John, you was in the right state. Just you didn't say what lake, and that's not the right guy. So it's what was BASS's first catch and release tournament? Where was it and who won it? You're close, John. You got to finish. It's a two-part question. Who won it and what lake was it on? Nope, not Travis. 72 spin, 1972 spin. No, I don't need the year. I need what lake. Nope, not Smith Lake, Dan. I need the who won it, the name of the guy that won it, and the lake it was on. Okay, John Rhodes, you done it in two different ones. You won it. Hey, Susan Douglas. John Rose put that one was his first one, and here was his second one, and that's right. It was on the Kissimmee Lakes. You know, it was on Lake Kissimmee, and Tom Mann won it, and it was in 1972. So, John Rose, uh, I'll if well, I know your dad won't be Wednesday night. Just give me your address and I'll send it to you, or I can give them to you when I see you. It's going to be a while before I get to fish any Sunday tournaments, or I definitely Monday nights is not going to be good because I'll be doing this. So, uh, I've never been on Kissimmee, John. Uh, John said he'd been on Kissimmee. It's awesome. Been there. Harris Chains is a lot of fun. I've fished Harris Chain. That's actually the only big lakes when I lived down there in northern Florida, I fished a bunch of uh, ponds and stuff. Yeah, that's the lakes that I fished, John. John said big gators. I was fishing out of a 14-foot John boat, and the gators was longer than the John boat. And I was like, this is not good. And I was wading a pond one time down there fishing. The next day, a baby gator was going across the road, and I caught it and took it down, threw it in the pond. Then I thought, wait a minute, baby gators means mama gators, and I've been wading this pond fishing it. I didn't wade it no more. Uh, but yeah, guys, the week's getting better. Like I said, I get to roll out and head south again this weekend. Me and Rusty Kaiser, we're going to go down and fish Friday and the tournament Saturday. Going to do a little camping, throw the tents out, have a have a good time, hanging out at the campsite. I enjoy camping. I really like doing that. A lot of people's like, oh, I'm too old for this camping stuff. When we go, we roll right because we got big air mattresses and all kind of stuff. Hey, Angie, uh, did you must have just got on here, Angie? I had this out earlier and showing everybody. Oh, They are amazing. I really like these weight bags. You hit it there for sure. And they're, like I told other people earlier, they are very durable. Uh, I, I I like it. I like it a lot. So, but guys, next week I'll have some more info. The weigh-in should be over. I'll be getting a text here shortly for the Monday night tournament out to Snowden. Uh, so we'll be checking in on that, and I'll let you know next Monday night what took place there. Wednesday night we'll be at Snowden again. Tuesday nighters at Burr Oak has started up. Uh, Next Sunday, last call is at Burr Oak Lake, and next Monday night, I think. Let's see. Did they send me a? You still on here, John? John Rose, if you're on here, tell me what next Monday night where you guys are at. You're at Snowden this week. Oh, you'll be at Dow Lake if you're running through the rotation. They'll be at Dow Lake next Monday night, 5:30 to dark. So, uh, yeah, 7 a.m. to noon. Last call will be at uh, Hey Wayne. They'll be Sunday. They'll be at Burr Oak at 7 a.m. to noon. Them's a good little tournament. You still have a day, you know, to do other stuff. I just I'll be traveling back from North Carolina Sunday, so I might try to get in if there's one next weekend. I might. I got one at Buckeye Lake on Saturday, so but fishing season is here and it's upon us, and I've uh, I've been looking forward to it. Uh, been spending a lot of time on the water, as you can see. I, I, I need to get some sunscreen because they cut on that ear last year for some skin cancer. Uh, but my biggest problem is not fishing as much as when I'm on a mower. Because if I ain't fishing or I ain't working, I'm on a mower mowing yards and making money to do that. So, uh, but yeah, guys, everybody appreciate it. 33 minutes. Time to call it quits. Travis, I'll drop this bait off out to your house. Unless you can text me and let me know if you're going to be Wednesday night at Snowden, I'll just bring it then. And John, send me your address or let me know how you want me to get the baits to you. And, you know, uh, if you, I'll throw this out there. Mike told me he didn't have a lot going on. So if you guys need some baits, just get a hold of him and he'll make some for you. Uh, he didn't say that, but he's fishing now. But today he said he was sun tanning and watching the eclipse. But yeah, uh, I'm going to take some baits. I had them down to Smith Lake, and the spots liked them there, and I'm going to take them down to Kerr and see if I can't get some more spots down there to turn their heads and look at them. So, okay, guys, been on here long enough blabbering, so I will see you guys next week, and just go out there and make another cast. See you next week.